All right, so today is going to be a quick one. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can do with your Fujifilm camera. But first, let me go get a coffee. All right, I'm good now. All right, so first tip is going to be how to quickly format your SD card. Now, I don't like to go through the menus to format my SD card, so that's a really handy trick. So how do you do that is you simply press on the trash can button, count to 2 seconds, and then press on the rear command dial. And there you go, your SD card is clean now. Next is the self timer in burst mode. So if you want to take pictures of you and your family using the self timer, you can actually take multiple shots so that if you're a lot of people, if people are blinking, you can get 5 shots out of your single press. So the way you do that is that you set the drive mode to continuous shooting, either low or high. It doesn't matter. You're going to get 5 images out of that single press with the self timer. And then you can make sure that everyone has their eyes open. Next tip is going to be to use a metal hand grip whenever you're shooting landscape or anything with a tripod. Now, the Fujifilm metal hand grips features a Arca Swiss base so that you can quickly put it onto your tripod head if it's Arca Swiss compatible, so you can quickly put it on or off. Now, if you're looking to shoot some long exposure photography, whether it's during daylight or during nighttime, you're going to use a tripod, and then obviously it's going to be a long exposure, so you don't want any movement. Now, you could use a cable release to thread onto your shutter button and press it, but that still gives you a link to the camera. So what I like to do is press on the Q button, enable the self timer for 10 seconds, and then I can frame my shot, half press, and then within the 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure that all the vibrations are going to be gone. Now, the last tip would be for time lapses. So in most of our Fujifilm cameras, we can do time lapses using the internal timer feature, and that's pretty straightforward, right? So you set in the number of images you want, how long you want it, when you want it to start. But then one thing that's pretty amazing to do, and one thing I love to do, is to shoot time lapse during daylight. That will give an amazing look to any of your edits. And then all you have to do is to get yourself a neutral density filter, and then close down your aperture, and then start shooting in daylight with longer exposure time. So about 1 to 2 seconds, and then you're going to see, you're going to have that time lapse during the daylight, and then everything that's moving is going to be somewhat blurred, and it will give that amazing look. So I know that was a quick video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And then for now, I'm gonna go and look for more tips for future videos.